Hey everybody, it's Brett Calley reporting from the Ben General Store Weather Center. As many of you know, I'm a trained meteorologist. I was credentialed at an online school in Nicaragua, but enough of my credentials, valedictorian just saying. Let's turn to some weather graphics because a lot of you folks have been asking questions about what's going on with the weather in Ben, Texas. So let me pull up the graphics right here. So what happens is, like, this is the deer and these are the deer's horns, and when it's up in here, when it's in the the top part of their horns, it's often warmer. But once you start getting into the lower part of the right hand of the deer, and you look at the rack, you can see that that's 20 degrees. So you're going to need to keep an eye on stuff like that and maybe try to keep warm. And also another thing that would be great for you to keep in mind is that sometimes, some of the people may be by themselves and they may spend a lot of time alone during these types of situations. And, if you see them posted, they just might go a little crazy, by themselves. And so, if you start seeing them post cries for help on social media, or, just posting things that seem a bit off character for them, that's when you should probably reach out and just check on them. Check on your friends. Check on them, and that's a good thing to do always. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that we had $99 cabin vouchers. They're good for a whole day. You could stay all day Sunday if you wanted to. And, they help various businesses and so forth. So I would just like y'all to keep in mind, I heard a weatherman today on another channel. I think he tries to emulate me, but he gave a lot of scientific information, and he did a good job at it. And then at the end, for the people in the back of the room, he said that when it's cold, you should wear warm clothes. He said it 3 times. Literally, whole weather scenario dedicated to science, and then at the end he had to explain for the people in the back of the room that when it's cold, you should wear warm clothes. And that's why I'm here today to talk to you. Wear warm clothes, and remember that when this part of this scientific instrument is more into the other part of the deer's rack, you're probably going to be cold. Baxter even knows that. He's a dog, but he's a country dog. So just remember, using the deer model, that when the pointy thing is over here in this side of the deer's antlers, you're probably going to be cold. Now, when it's over here, you're okay. You could go float the Frio, like when this is like this part's in that part of the deer's horns. This is science, y'all, and you need to take it seriously. But in between, it's just not. It's not great. It's where a lot of us would sleep. Myself, I could see how on dating profiles they should ask people, like, do you sleep hot or cold? Because I think that would be a deal breaker. That and OnlyFans. But the thing is, that's just an aside for me. So it's going to be cold, but just remember that this part of the deer's horn, okay. The other part of the deer's horn, not okay. And that's just something you should keep in mind. Also, we do have $99 cabin vouchers at the Ben General Store. You get 2 meals. Couldn't beat that. Makes it cost almost nothing. In fact, it's almost free by the time you just tally up all the benefits to yourself and everyone else. But I'll talk to you guys later. And remember, if any of your friends are, just posting cries for help on Facebook or any kind of social media, MySpace, they're just acting out of character, you should probably reach out to them, or, just cut them off, really, because the greatest predictor of happiness is really who you surround yourselves with. So with that, I will leave you from the Ben General Store, and just remember the deer horn model that we are using here at the Ben General Store. I'd like to thank y'all very much. Thank you.